If you're thinking about taking the leap, of faith, listen up. I left North Carolina, moved across the country. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a job waiting on me. I met my roommates on Craigslist. I sold everything I had. I moved with $1,500. That was it. I bet on myself. I believed in me. And I have a strong faith in God. I prayed about it. And I told myself, if it don't work out, I could always move back to North Carolina. Like, it's not going anywhere. Your hometown isn't going anywhere either. I went to follow my dreams, pursue my passions, to plan red carpet A-list celebrity events. At the height of my career, planning these fabulous soirees, I'm talking Golden Globes, Clive Davis Grammy parties, A-list red carpet celebrity events. I was given an ultimatum. They said my math wasn't mathing. So they were either going to decrease my salary by almost $10,000 or transfer me to another location that did not have red carpet A-list celebrity events. She told me to soul search. That was the best advice she could have ever gave. I'm telling you, soul search. Your paycheck is in your purpose. What are you good at? What do you want to do? What do you enjoy doing? What do people tell you? Oh, you're great at that. I wish I could do that like you. Your paycheck is in your purpose. What do you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort? I soul search. At this time, I realized I didn't want anybody to dangle my livelihood over my head. I mean, almost $10,000. Like, yeah, no, not a good feeling. I realized the first job that I had when I first moved to California, I was in property management. My manager kept telling me, get your real estate license, get your real estate license. Like, I'm not here for real estate. Like, no. I'm a red carpet A-list celebrity event planner. I'm not here for that. Come on, the company will pay. The company will pay for years, she told me. I finally was like, all right, fine. Whatever. It'll be a backup plan. Now, usually I advise against backup plans. You want your backup plan to be worst case scenario. You want your backup plan to be bad enough where plan A succeeds. Like, you kind of don't want to do the backup plan, but you got it just in case, but you really don't want to do it. Anyway, luckily, I kept my real estate license because you have to take continuing education classes every 3 years. I'm like, okay, with real estate, you're your own boss. You control your own calendar. You sell a house, you get a fat check. You don't sell a house, you don't get a fat check. Started talking to my mom. No, you never sold the house. Keep that job. It's a good job. And talk to my sister. No, well, don't just quit yet. Wait until you have another job. I talked to the people in the real estate industry. Like, okay, let me get some insight. Well, you need a spouse. You need somebody that's gonna pay the bills while you work until you can sell a house. They're like, it's gonna take about 6 months to a year to sell a house. Okay, well, I didn't have a spouse and I didn't even have a boyfriend, so can't rely on that. Other people, oh, well, you're gonna need at least 6 months to a year of savings before you get into real estate. Like, don't get in it yet. Listen, this time I did the math, I calculated. I had 3 months to live off of. 3 months. So I said, all right, I either sell a house in 3 months or I move back home to North Carolina. Again, make plan B, worst case scenario. At the time, I didn't want to move back to North Carolina. I was still living La Vida Loca in Los Angeles, living my best life. Yes, fun in the sun. So it's like, okay, I don't want to go back. Yes, I did what I set out to do, playing red carpet A-list celebrity events. Check. But at the height of my career, it was like, okay, the math ain't mathing. It wasn't a good feeling. And also, when I looked up the ladder, make sure with that company, when you look up the ladder, those people above you are happy. They are enjoying their position. They are enjoying their lives. They get some good family time. They take vacations. They are not stressed and haggard and like, F this. But then they still show up 5, 10, 15, 20 years later. When I looked up the ladder, I didn't see happiness. I didn't see joy. I didn't I didn't see fulfillment. So I'm like, okay, granted, you can't always base that off of you and your future. You never know. You may get up the ladder and be like, oh, this is the best thing. Why are y'all complaining? Why y'all so sad? But I didn't want to take that chance. I'm like, no. You know, it started being like Groundhog Day. Okay, we got this awards and this awards and this award. And it's the same every year. Around the same month. Same concept. Same. I'm like, okay, well, now I know. But at least I took the leap of faith and believed in myself. I did not get a lot of opinions, because when I did, they was like, nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, you have to believe in yourself and have a strong faith in God. Just pray for the wisdom to do the thing that serves the people you are here to serve. Because we are all here for a reason. Again, your paycheck is in your purpose. What's your purpose? I realized. So I got into real estate. I'm like, all right, event planning, that was fun. That was my dream. But it didn't work out. It did, but it didn't. No, don't threaten my livelihood. Like, I'm expensive. I like nice things. I like to travel. Like, no. Don't just threaten 10K. Not cool. So I told my director I'm getting back in real estate. And she was one of the ones, oh, well, no, you know, it's going to take a while. Like, kind of soul search again. Nope, that's it. Once I make my mind up to something, I'm going full throttle. Sometimes it take me a while. I don't know about you, but it can take me a while to make up my mind. But when I do, it's off to the races. That third month, I sold my first home. Granted, I had never sold a home before. I only had my real estate license. I was sitting in the office for a property management company, looking cute, answering the phones, collecting the rent checks. You know, I never sold a home before. So I really had to put myself out there. And I researched brokerages, like who's going to give me the best training. I prayed for a mentor. I prayed for someone who was going to guide me and help get me to the next level in my career. Plus, my mom had been pushing me for years to get in real estate. She was watching $1 Million listings. So I signed up with Josh Flagg. He had a course at the time. It was like $5,000. He had a course at the time. But I realized, listen, I'm going to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on courses and trainings, and you probably have to. But you have to apply it. Knowledge is not power. You know, we grew up here, oh, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. If you're not using that knowledge, it's powerless. Applied knowledge is power. It only becomes power when you use it. If you're doing all the courses, you're taking all the webinars, you're reading all the books, you're doing all the things but the execution. It's time to start executing. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. That third month, I sold my first home. I was able to stay in Los Angeles. Like, yes, this is it. I was making great money. Like, the salaries that I had in the past, I was making that in a month. I mean, it's Los Angeles. Everything's expensive. The average check about 10 G's, you know, so imagine. And that's for a 2-bed condo. Like, so anyway, the money was great until it wasn't. Until I got the money. And now I'm buying the clothes, I'm buying the shoes, I'm buying the bags, I'm going on the trips, I'm whining and dining and all the things, you know, living la vida loca in Los Angeles, honey. Yeah, it's living my best life. I am a realtor, pronounced realtor, not realtor. I'm a realtor in Los Angeles. I'm doing the things. Going to the Hidden Hills where Kim Kardashian and The Weeknd and all the celebrities live. Their HOA, that homeowners association, yeah, it's like $15,000 a month over there, a month. And this was years ago, so no telling how much it is now. Anyway, got into real estate. Get the fat check. But then there were months where I ain't getting no fat check. There were times, well, I'll tell you this one time in particular. I was hungry. I went in my kitchen, turned on the light. I walked past the refrigerator. I walked past the refrigerator because I knew there was nothing inside. I went straight to the cabinets. I opened the cabinets. It was 2 cans of tuna. Right as I was about to break down and cry, like, how did I get here? Something inside of me said, be grateful. Be grateful you have a kitchen you can walk into. Be grateful you have a light you can turn on. Be grateful you have a refrigerator you can walk past. Be grateful you have cabinets you can open. Be grateful. Y'all, I'm telling you, it just hit me. I opened the refrigerator. I had mayonnaise. I had pickles. You already know, I had tuna. And I ate it with so much pride and gratitude. During those lean seasons when I was losing weight, but I was still out there. Look, you could sit around and cry, or you can keep going. I'm like, I gotta keep going. Crying doesn't get me a paycheck. You know, it's good to be like, oh my God. But then it's like, okay, now what? You know, what's next? How am I gonna get out of this? You know, don't wallow in you being stuck, you not having the money, you not having the experience, you not having the... Quit saying I don't have, and ask yourself, how can I? How can I get the money? How can I get the experience? How can I get the knowledge? How can I get to the next level? Don't wallow too long. Do not. Because it's a dark, deep, dusty hole. And sometimes it could take us longer than we want to get out of it. Don't wallow in what you don't have, the lack. Be grateful for the things that you do have. That's how you're going to get to the next level. Your paycheck is in your purpose. I'm getting to my point. Real estate up and down, up and down. I start posting, just me talking to me, inspirational messages. Like every day I would go online and look for things to inspire myself. Quotes, messages, and I would post it. Again, me talking to me, encouraging and inspiring myself. People hit me up in my inbox like, thank you, I needed that message. Thank you, I needed to hear that. I'm like, wow. These couple of people, literally 2 at the time, if they would take time out of their day to thank me, then how many other people am I inspiring? How many other people is this message touching? So I wanted to help more people, inspire them to keep going. Again, me talking to me. So luckily I got out of the real estate hole, but I was tired of the yo-yo. It wasn't my passion. I did it. It was great money. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. It was great money. You control your own time. I didn't have to tell somebody I'm going to the bathroom. BRB. Love that. I didn't have to call a superior at 2 in the morning to beg, can I go back home to North Carolina to say goodbye to my grandmother because she was on her deathbed. Like, I enjoyed that. I didn't have to work on my birthday. Listen, your birthday, you get it once a year. It is a holiday. Treat your birthday like a holiday. Every job I ever have, I take my birthday off. Like, it's a holiday. Like, it's my birthday. It's a holiday. One year they said no. Now I take the whole month of April off. Yeah, it's my birthday. That's what I'm doing now. So real estate gives you the flexibility. It gives you the time. But you have to be able to manage your time. You have to be consistent. You have to keep putting yourself out there. Do not be a secret agent. So I realized, I'm like, okay, this was fun. It was a lot of money. But it's not my purpose. So I was thinking about the things, everything that I could do. I can write a book. I can be a travel agent. I like to travel. I can just think of any and everything I like to do. I said, you know what? Let me stop trying to figure it out. I did event planning because that's what I wanted to do. I got into real estate because that's what my mom wanted me to do. I said, I'm tired of trying to figure it out. Let me ask God. Let me ask God. That night, I got on my knees. I'm from the South. I prayed on my knees by the bedside. I said, God, why am I here? What is my purpose? Why did you choose me? Because we know a lot of people didn't make it. Why? That night, I had a dream. And I was peeking from behind the curtain. And I was looking out. As I was looking out, I saw the back of my body. I was standing up. And I looked in front of me to see what was in front of me. I was standing up. What was in front of me? And I saw people sitting down. And then I looked back at myself. Again, I'm peeking from the curtain, looking out, seeing myself. I noticed I was on the stage. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know who my audience was. But I know I was on the stage and people were looking up at me. It was a glimpse of my purpose. Now I'm like, okay, talk. keep talking, keep inspiring. If my purpose is to be on the stage, then I'm about to pursue my purpose. Because again, the paycheck is in your purpose. Quit doing these meaningless jobs that aren't fulfilled. You're like dreading Monday. You're saying happy Friday. No. Event planning, I loved it. I worked 12-hour days, 14-hour days, 16-hour days. It wasn't work. You do what you love. You never work a day in your life. Listen, your paycheck is in your purpose. Find your purpose. Find your paycheck. Get out of your head and into your greatness. You got this, friend. Bet on you. Do not tell a lot of people. Do not let them influence you. It is your vision. It is your dream. It is your purpose. I can give you my glasses right now. It will be blurry. It's not your prescription. It's not for you to see clearly. It's not for them to see clearly. It's for you. Get out of your head and into your greatness. All right? Bye, friend.